Good afternoon, folks. Coach Alex here. So I'll give you a quick rundown of my story. Well, my last video is really too fast, so here's the short and sweet version. First, my confidence issues really started back when I was in the 3rd grade when I got these things, my glasses. I was called all sorts of names, like big head to 4 eyes, all the stuff the kids normally bring. At the time, it really started hurting deep because about that time I was an honor roll student. Then coming to middle school and early high school, it was just going downhill. I was barely making any passing grades. I wasn't engaging in anything, and I actually failed the 9th grade. Thankfully, at that point, something snapped. I'm like, hey, I got to get back on track. And I graduated on time with my classes. I went to night school. But even in high school, I was starting to deal with weight issues because I just had no confidence in myself. I didn't want to do any sort of gym classes. I hated health classes. And I failed an ROTC PT test. And those things are really easy now that I look back on them. And I was failing it because I didn't take care of myself. All ironic because at the end of all this, I went into the Army. And through the Army, I was the best shape I'd ever been in my life. I was fit, I was trim, I was healthy, and I loved it. But by the time I got done with, in 2010, I had blown up to 225 pounds, and I was at almost 30% body fat. Maybe I was doing a little bit between the time I got out of the Army in 2010 in July to the point I started my employment. I got in a bit better of a shape. But it wasn't until I got out of the Army that I really started doing P90X. And P90X, it got me into the best shape I've ever been at that point in my life. And I went on to do C90. I was totally shredded. I loved it. I was happy. That's why I started coaching. And that's when our coach said, hey, you're really motivating. You're rocking your workouts. You're a great example. Why don't you coach? And I didn't have a clue what it really was about then, so I did it. And I had fun doing it. I was almost an integral coach within a month. But here come December 2011. I was facing all sorts of issues, and my employer basically came down with an ultimatum. Either you stop coaching, or you're going to get fired. Unfortunately, I made the choice to keep my job. Even though knowing the coaching had so much potential, I didn't take it. And from there to about November of 2014, it just all started going downhill. I was starting to gain all the weight back. I wasn't in shape. I wasn't working anymore. I was drinking sodas again after I spent years kicking them. It was just bad. And then in November, I started having wisdom teeth issues. And it turns out I had an abscess on the teeth that wasn't bothering me, but the recovery from getting those extracted, whereas I had to go under for it, really woke me up how bad my eating was. Turns out I was eating pretty terribly. So, in December, I told Ashton that, hey, I gotta wait for some stuff, but I'm coming back to Beachbody. Just watch. I'm pretty sure she didn't believe me, but in January, that's when I came back on board. I started P90X3, and I've been flying high ever since. So, what is your story? It's like, what are you dealing with that I'm making help you with? You see, I've been through a lot, and I want to help you do it. I want to help you improve.